Hello guys, in this video I would like to explain about random variable. In the previous video we have talked about random experiment, and if you would like to know about random experiment you can watch that video on the link given in the description of this video. And in this video we will connect random variable with the random experiment because random experiment can provide the values to the random variable. The random variable is a numerical quantity whose values can be determined by the outcome of a random experiment. So let's see that how we can connect random variable to the random experiment. So you can define that a random variable is a numerical quantity whose values is determined by the outcome of a random experiment. So we have talked already about this, and I will explain this with the two example, and you can have more example from the real life. It assigns real numbers to each possible outcome in a sample space. So now let's see how we can explain this definition, how we can apply this definition uh, using some example from the real life. So I will open this with note 1. Yeah, I have explained this already, so let's talk about these two. You see that if you have a random experiment like this, like this one, as the sample space is, this is the sample space, and we are repeating that we are tossing a coin 2 times, so the potential output are tail on the first trial, tail on the second trial, and then the next potential outcome is head on the first trial, head on the second trial, and then the third potential output of this experiment can be head on the first uh, toss and tail on the second toss, and the last and potential outcome can be head on both. When you tossing a coin 2 times, so that can be head on the first trial and the second trial. And just look there, the number of, I have written this, the success for us in this experiment is the number of head. So we are interested in the number of heads. So just look at this experiment. How many number of head in this output? The first, that's 0, and there is one head in the second output, and there is one head in the third output. So that can be, you can write one for this and one for this as well, and there are two head in the last output, the fourth, and that's 2. So the values for x is 0, 1, and 2, and you can write x is equal to 0, 1, 2. So now look back how we can connect random variable with the random experiment. This is the random variable, and the values are come from the output of the random experiment, like here. You can see this has less chance because this is 1 as compared to 1, because 1, there are 2 possible chances for one head, and for 2 head this has also less chances as compared to one head. So one head has more chances, like these two, there are 2 possible outcomes. So we will have a distribution for discrete random variable in the coming videos. Now we can repeat this with the three uh, three when we repeat the experiment 3 times, for tossing a coin 3 times. So you can see fk equal to 3, and you can determine the total number of possible outcome by using the formula 2 raised to power k. So 2 raised to power k, that is equal to 3. 2 raised to power 3 is equal to 8. So the total number of outcomes for the experiment when you are tossing a coin 3 times is 8, and the sample space is here, and you can see there is a chance that there will be tail on each trial, so 3 tails, and then there can be chances that there will be 2 tails on the first and second, and head on the third, and similarly the third potential output can be the tail on the first and last, and head on the middle one, the second one, and similarly this, and at the end you may have head on all 3 trials. So now look back, look again how we can assign values. Just look, there are, now remember that in this part I'm interested in number of tails. That is now success for me. So For x, I will assign values for tail in this experiment rather than head in the first experiment we have done above. So look at this. There are three tails. So 3, 2 tail 2, 2 tail 2, 2 tail the value is 2, 1 tail the value is 1, 1 tail the value is 1, 1 tail the value is 1, 0 tail the value is 0. So look, now the values of the x, the success, that means the number of tails in this experiment are 0, 1, 2 and 3. So that's now the values of the random variable, that is x equal to 0. There can be 0 tail, there can be 1 tail, there can be 2 tail and there can be 3 tails. And remember that again, this 0 tail has less chances because there's only one outcome, and there are 3 tail have less chance. This is 3 tail, sorry, 3 tail. 0 tail is here, so 0 tail, this is only one output in this experiment out of 8 outcomes, so this has less chances. And 3 tails, this has only one output out of 8 outputs, this has less chances as compared to 2 tails and 1 tail. These have higher probability as compared to 3 tails and 0 tail. So we will have a discussion on the distribution of random discrete random variable in the coming lectures. Okay, so I think that's enough for today. Thank you very much and see you in the next video. Ciao.